Yeah. Ice. Yeah. I'm an only child, no one could have made another. I have to father my mother and treat my son's grandfather like my older brother. The skies are gray in Toronto, they not a golden color. I'm feeling like BTS, cause it took the whole career for me to be so discovered. I know for sure that my parents, they look at me and see an overcomer. I'm looking back at them and these days I see an older couple. I see my only uncle looking like this shit that I ain't owning up to. And if he said the way he really felt, I probably see his side because I'm old enough to. I'm looking at all my niggas, they say, bro, we love you. But all my words really the shit that they be going up to. Feel like 40 won't even listen to my words when he knows I'm in a load of trouble. I'm in the cut just loading rebuttals. And I got a bunch of hits on my hands, see the swollen knuckles. I try to tell him it's working out for me now, he say then show your muscles. Prove to me that you're still as strong when it's only us two. They know you thorough with bread, but there's some shit you gotta pony up to. Basically he's saying I got growing up to do, I gotta dig deep. I really hate those two words, they never bring peace. I'm at the Bulgaria and Turkey with my bitch and we ain't come here for no big teeth. Nah, I came here to turn a new leaf and maybe finally get some sleep. But all I can think about is the mountain to climb and the conversation surrounding my music like did Twin Peaks. What died back in 2024 was a big piece. So it's like the shit is me, but it isn't me. Y'all keep on asking me what it did to me. That's what it did to me. When I dig deep, they say dig deeper. Tell us how it felt to meet the Grim Reaper. This album better have some big features. Well, sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm all alone for my mental. And I've been trying to end so many people, I almost forgot the intro. Been so sure of my words that I haven't used a pencil. Been so paranoid that nothing in this world seems coincidental. Yeah. Our brother sold his chain the other day and said that someone snatched it. I'm still processing that shit, it got me so distracted. I think he's so desperate and our life is going fantastic. He don't have the heart to come and tell us he pawned it for cash. Even his baby mama been saying he been moving backwards. To me, he's so the only thing that has ever mattered. I can never forgive such a nefarious action. I'm still healing my own traumas, I've barely adapted. This new toxic shit I'm dropping is gonna spin till I'm radioactive. Yeah. I really make the roughest days in life look very relaxing. I don't do psychedelics because I'm too scared of unpacking. Sometimes I only see myself in my therapist's glasses, but I'm not taking it serious cause she's very attractive. I know it's a heavy ass decision to bury the hatchet. It'll take more than 6 pallbearers to carry that casket. I put the man in manipulation when I pay your rent, and that is an obligation to our attachment. Then I sprinkle in a little Mercedes in fashion. If that's not enough for you, well baby, go back then. You fucking dude at the spot that I got for you, Jesus. You gave him reason to speak on my name, that's some weak shit. They texting proof to my phone and my heart is in pieces. You keeping your options open for real, that's some me shit. Sis, you gotta be kidding, like nephews and nieces. I keep on rescuing leeches, I can't believe it, I really can't believe it. I can't believe it. Too many wide transfers, bound to have a good girl's morals tangled. The rent-free penthouse and the Van Cleef floral bangles, and plenty more examples that had you going Dora the Explorer outside while I turned a blind eye, cause it's more than painful. Yeah. I think I also put the man in manifestation. Either I'm too numb to the shit or the city is changing. I bump into people and they act like we literally strangers. Random intrusive thought, but what happened to Taz's Angels? So many people that's not around from that generation. Niggas wanna talk about a battle, I'm battling patience. Nigga, I battle frustration. I'm about to turn 40, dog, I'm battling aging. I'm battling the fact that the album ain't even dropping. Already they asses complaining. Fuck it, I'll battle the label. Fuck it, I'll battle the majors. I'll battle the stations till my ass is back in rotation. Shout out to the real fans that knew what I had in the basement. Shout out to the fake fans, I thought we had an arrangement. Rotation. Shout out to the real fans that knew what I had in the basement. Shout out to the fake fans, I thought we had an arrangement. How many times have you tried to tell me I had a replacement? How many times are you about to ask if I had a vacation? How many artists I've had to witness do bad imitations? Niggas want me all bent out of shape, rattled and shaking. My dad got cancer right now, we battling stages. Trust me when I say there's plenty things that I'd rather be facing. For real. And this time ask me to dig deeper, I'll gladly explain it. Yeah.
What's up?
Nice.
What's up, everyone? Happy Ice Man Day. Live NY session. All right. Good morning. Bro, I didn't even hear this album yet. Share my screen. Which one am I doing here? Feeling like BTS took my whole career to be discovered. Where am I doing? All right. Chad, good morning, man. Good morning, everybody. You asked me what I think, bro. I didn't even hear the album. Like I didn't play. This is the only song I played so far. So I went to bed like at 11, like early last night. So I didn't hear anything. I don't know. I just, all I knew was that he was dropping 3 albums, and I was like, 3 albums? 3 albums? Okay, live session. Everything's good, right? Discord, we're live. Cool. You just finished the second one? Yo, you gotta finish 3 of them. Yeah, 3 hours of music here. 40 songs or something. Oh man, bro, I gotta make some time on my day to listen to the album today. Alright, I don't want to ruin it though. Alright, chat. Good morning. Welcome to the week. Welcome to the end of the week. It is a Friday, so we are about to finish off the week strong. Halfway into the month, so we're at the halfway mark here. It is about to be the second half of May, and I think next week, is it a bank holiday on Monday? I know in Canada there's a Victoria Day, but I don't think US has any bank holidays, right? So yeah, next week's looking pretty chill. Not much going on. I think just FOMC meeting minutes, and that was it. I think the week's kind of pretty chill next week. So we actually broke out last night during Asian, so that's very good because that can lead to direction. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hopefully. But yeah, you broke out last night, and yeah, it just drove. Like this thing drove. This thing drove from, man, hopefully by Sunday my cough's gone. All right, so yeah, it drove from 7 all the way up until like 5:30. And I think you drove for like 1,300 pips, so pretty decent move. You corrected this entire structure to the left here, so that's good. Like this one right here. Holy. All right. Yeah, but you came down, filled that range to the left there, so that's very good. I think the daily also made its way back down to yeah, the daily made its way back down to fill the bottom of the range here. So it came down towards these ends, right, from top of the range here. So like you're still in the overall range, but it's looking a lot better since price did pull back like sometime throughout the month. I think it was in like around first week of May, second week of May. You came up, create a high, and then now you're coming back down again. So the structure like you have is still, remember, March is still coming down, and then you had a push up on April. After the push up on April, you've had a push down, right? Kind of like a higher low, and then for like a couple of weeks we didn't really know whether like that was going to be a higher low or whether we were going to just continue making our way up, right? Because you were just hovering here like for like I think 6 days or 8 days here. 8 days just kind of chilling there in this range. Went up a little bit, came back down and retested the lows, right? And we're hoping that that can just break and drive. That was May 5th. And then you end up just coming back up, right? And then that move coming up, it was interesting because on stream when it happened, we were like, wait, hold on, is that really gonna be the move, or is that gonna be some type of like, could this be liquidity, right? Is this move up liquidity? Because on a higher time frame, we're still making our way down, right? So we're just trying to figure that out the last couple of weeks here. And then yeah, you end up starting to range a little bit, and we're like, okay, cool. So it broke the highs again, right? It broke this high, but it wasn't able to drive up, right? It broke that structure and it made a higher high, but it wasn't like a continuous move. So then it just started to range a little bit, and afterwards what happened was you end up coming down again, right? So like this is now the third time that you're coming down to retest the lows. So could this, or will this be enough for price to fill the rest of the ranges, right? Come down completely towards like these areas down here, right? Is that going to be enough? Because this is a lower high now. So if you zoom out, or let me just move this, right? So that structure might look a little clearer. You can see like a lot of struggle going up. Like this is still the main move. You had this move up, a lot of struggle there, came down and retested the lows, right? This move was pretty sharp. It corrected this entire range, but it didn't pull through. You hovered here, right? This is the range. Lower highs now formed around there. And then if these are lower highs here, then you should be able to come down to retest the lows. And if you re-break the lows, you're assuming that that may be enough now to make our way down to this yellow zone here. But overall, like you can see, there could be something else down here too, right? That's just the retest of the lows. So now you're in like a much bigger range, right? Like this is technically your range because this move had no structure, right? This one right here. So that's very key to understand. So yeah, this could be direction. This could take you back down towards like, especially like looking at the weekly levels as well. Like that matches with the daily. Like that was the low. That's also the monthly wick fill as well. We haven't filled that yet, right? The last two candles have both came up, made like highs, lower highs, and then you're at the flip area still, right? So will this be like enough of like a top wick or enough liquidity to take us back down to retest the lows at 4,200, 4,000 in that area? So yeah, that's why this volume that came during last night was very important, because it's like the first breakout and it's like a pretty strong one too. So now today we're just trying to figure out if it's going to continue, right? Like, are we going to continue to break through today, right? Because you're retesting the lows and you still got a bit of range left, so maybe there is something still for us to grab on the way down. Something that's important is how strong was the move down, and was there top wicks? Because then that can open up like a bunch of other scenarios for you to take, like wick entry sells if it pulls back up, right, with no bottom wick, because then you can just take wick entry sells to retest the lows. But it looks like you have a bit of structure. It looks like you have some nice lower highs there, some small lower highs there, some ranges here, lower highs. So it's decent. It's decent structure. Like I think a pullback, what I would consider a pullback wouldn't be this. Like these are pullbacks, but like for like the move, it's gonna have to be much bigger than any of these pullbacks. So if let's say price does make its way up and pulls back, you want to see it being a much greater pullback than this. Like it's gonna be a lot more obvious of oh shit, that's a pullback. Like that's actually a correction, right? So let's say you come up like this, that would be the biggest pullback, right? And if you get that, then what we can do is we can start to take wick entry sells, right? And then you map out like monitor zones to the left, like right here, and say, okay, cool. Right there's some type of resistance. You can take a wick entry sell there because this is the first time price is coming up and you're expecting if you were to continue this trend, right? If you were to continue this trend down, you're expecting price to continue making its way down like this, right? To retest the lows. Or if it doesn't do that, either way, you'll get some structure, because you're not just gonna, very rarely do you ever get a move coming up like this, like just to correct the entire thing within like one motion. Usually you'll get some type of bottom wicks, right? So what you might see is you might see some structure, right? And then let's say you get a push back up, that can be your drive right there. But either way, like if you're looking for that first initial reaction, you got this, and then you got like higher lows if you were to continue up, and if you were to come down, you get a reaction there anyways, right? So that's something we can take if we don't end up getting the sells, right? For buy, like for instance, if it goes up first, wick entry sells can be doable. Continuation sells are probably going to be doable too, but there is something here, so it might take a little longer to form, although like we still got range to come down. So I think we have a bit more to go before you start reacting. But 44.92 is right here, right? If you come down towards these areas, you can expect a reaction. So you might be thinking, well, could we then take wick entry buys at these areas? Maybe, but I think it'll be more below like 44.92. Because if you break these zones, you're expecting a drive, right? And if you get a drive outside this range, it's the first breakout outside the range. First breakout can be a fake out, so it might be more slow in this area before it continues. So then taking wick entry buys aren't bad, because then you're expecting a lower high to continue down, or if it just comes up, you're expecting price to just make its way up, right? So you can have those ideas as well. But this is something that we can look forward to, just like continuation, so just regular breakouts after top wicks and whatnot. But I have 44.92 here marked up. So from the lows to there is 360 pips. From the flip to here is 600. It's pretty decent of a range. And then what else is there? You got 4607 as well. 4607, 330. That could be like a zone. That's like some minor resistance in that area. So we can divide this zone up into pieces, right? This could be a range on its own. 4607 to 44.92. From here to here is around 1,000 pips. Could it be higher? Or maybe it could be this high. That was Asian's break, right? That was Asian's break. Could it be this high? Maybe it could be, because you have this to the left here. I think I'll leave it there. Yeah, 46.44. So now this becomes a 1,400 pip range. And then look left. Maybe you want to mark up minor zones. So I'll look left like this. I'll mark up like some resistance there, support there, some resistance up here, or support or resistance, some more rejections here, reactions there. Right, so you kind of want to find the medium average, and then there's also no top wick here, so you're more magnetic to that area probably. So towards 4607, 909 could be like a minor resistance, right? You can see in the past when you did come up, you did get reactions there, like near that area. So if you come up for a top wick first, that could be the wick entry sell zone, right? That's also gonna be breaking out the structure, so it will be the steepest pullback that you do have compared to all of these other pullbacks. Right, so yeah, that also falls along with that. So yeah, those are my zones, and those are the ideas, right? Continuations below 44.92. If you are able to break below there, hold structure below there. First breakout below there could be a wick entry buy, right? If you pull back up first now, 4607 could be a wick entry sell. And then ideas for continuations from like 4555 down towards 4500 could be just a continuation of a move. You got a leg candle right here too, which hasn't been filled yet. You came close on April 29 and then on May 4th. So it came close twice, but you couldn't fill the entire wick. The entire wick is going to be below 44.92. So then you can start putting pieces together and saying, oh, well, maybe you do need a bottom wick below these areas, right? So that can be another confluence to drive you down. All right. So yeah, that's my that's pretty much what I'm gonna have. So 46.44. Let me just replicate this on MT5. 46.44, 44.92. What is this? 46.44, 46.07. $46.07 right there, and then we got 44.9267. 44.9267 right there. All right, that is what we got going on. And you say, please let us know when you're going to enter a trade. No, you will know. You will know. But those are the areas. So if you want to be like ready for ideas, like knowing when I'm going to take trades, like those ideas, you can kind of follow them. Like, oh, if that were to happen, that's usually when I'm about to anticipate a move. So yeah, that's more so just get ready zones. What's up, Penzo, Space Cadet, Lip Hip, Cookie? What's up, man? What's up, everyone? That was the analysis. And now we're gonna chill out. How's Ice Man? I didn't listen to it yet. I've only heard the first song. So I'm just probably gonna play it after. I heard it's 3 albums though. That's get kind of crazy. Did you guys listen to the album yet? Did you guys like it? The albums? You said mid? Bruh, there's no way you dissected the entire album within like 8 hours. No way. What's up? L3? I'm a beginner, sometimes lose professional words. No, I'm not trying to use professional words. Like I try to use like very like just, if anything, spawn resistance, reaction zones, like stuff that would make sense. But we try to keep it very simple. Damn, Eddie. You ain't gonna listen to it? Fuck. It's been a good week though. I think we're at like sitting at 3% or something. When does gold close the day in your opinion? That's a lot to ask for right now, man. I don't know, because it's like you've only had one push during London, and this isn't even NY session yet, or NY just opened up, so we don't have the volume to tell where it's gonna go yet. So I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know without information, right? Like I have support zones, like 4492 is the next support zone, right? But either if it reacts there, ends there, right? If it ends there, it pulls back. It could be in this range. If it doesn't end there, it continues to drive through. It could like be like this, right? But it's like, I think you will have like a better we'll have a better idea of where it's gonna close as we get volume. For day, I guess if somebody did a pineapple, when do we do that? For example, I came in late, I did too, but when is it like not a good idea? It's a good idea as long as it's a valid idea. Like you're not entering just in hopes that it's gonna come down. But if you weren't in the first trade, would you enter a pineapple here? Would you enter a wick entry sell there, right? Like some people did. So like that's what I'll say. But I think it was good though. I think whoever entered the wick entry sells were good. I think I got caught up too much on like the small time frame. So like as it was coming up, it was like a little too much structure for me, for my liking. So I didn't want to enter. But I did have the levels marked up. But you know, no pineapples yesterday. But yeah, as long as you're not entering just like, oh shit, I'm in drawdown, let me just enter a sell, boom, sell, right? Then you'll be good. Because then that's just stacking. That's just like, you're just hoping that it's gonna come down in your favor. 2.5 hour listening. Shit, man, I gotta make up 2.5 hours. I gotta go somewhere. When do you consider whether we have accumulated enough liquidity such as the price could break the previous low, considering that the drop from yesterday to today has been already significant? The drop from last night? The drop from last night, like from Asian? I think the drop from Asian, I don't know if it's enough. I wouldn't say if it's enough accumulation because, or I don't know what accumulation means, but I'm assuming what accumulation means is range, or we have accumulated enough liquidity, so there's enough liquidity, right? But when I'm looking at price here, I don't consider this to be a big move, because if you go in a minute or the 5, look at it, it wasn't that strong coming down. So then this move could be a correction too, or if you were to come up, you'll likely get a 1-2 pop correction. So like you'll correct it a lot quicker than it comes down, just because you don't have structure. So that's why I don't know whether it's going to come down yet, because if you get a lower high and then you shift down, I'll have a better answer, because then this protects you from coming back up to the top of the range. But this move, I wouldn't say, like, look how long you're in the range for. You're in this range for 40 candles, 40, like from May 6th to May 15. You've only broken out for 1 session, right? It's like the longer you range for, the more likely you are to break out, if that's the case. But even so, like the daily, it's like still in this range too. So it's like, it's kind of hard to say right now until we actually, you know, either fill these ranges or something. March 6th, 2026. What happened that day? March 6th, 2026. March 6th, 2026? Isn't that up here? Are you talking about like where price stabilized here, accumulated significant liquidity in chips, and then broke the previous low afterwards? Yeah, this can definitely be that. Yeah, this typical range here, right? Resistance, support. You broke below, you mirror this traffic to the left. This is clean traffic here. Yeah, for sure. It's a little different though, because this is coming up from a lot higher. So part of that is because this could be a lower high, and these are lower highs to continue making lower lows, right? Because of this bearish trend. But yeah, it's like, it's similar. It's like you break that support zone right here, that's equivalent to this support zone here, and then you clean traffic, right? In this case, it's breaking back into the range, which is clean traffic as well. So for sure. For sure. Honestly, never mind. The Drake album, yeah, I like it. Honestly, never mind. How's that summer album? Topic sells yesterday was lovely though. Didn't cash. Yeah, I didn't get it, but I know people did. That was a good position. There's a bunch of moves during Asian. Max team starting 4 for tomorrow's race. Oh, they qualified. That's not bad. He's driving the Merc, no? You said Pusha T had a bad album last year? You know my favorite Pusha album? My favorite Pusha album. Actually, I don't know if I have a favorite Pusha album. You think that album better than the Nyse Man? We'll find out. I didn't hear it yet. VWAP? No, I don't. I remember. I know what that is though. I don't use it. I used to use this weird thing on TradingView where it was like it looks like this, and it tells you like volume. So like you might see like I'm sure you guys know what this is, right? Or you guys have probably seen on the charts. And then it's like this, and it just shows like heavy areas of like volume. So like it's just like it just shows your support and resistance for the most part. It's just like, oh, this is the longer lengths are like your stronger zones, and the smaller lengths are just like your weaker zones, and that's like your volume. Volume profile fixed range. That's what it's called. No, I don't use it. I just look at candles. Like candles kind of tell me, because I just realized that, you know what, like these zones here, those lines there, they're just support and resistance. So if I can just look at support and resistance, right? Like over time, as I used it, I realized that the longer lengths are my support and resistance, and I just got rid of them and started drawing like these levels instead. Same thing though. What up, Reggie? Intuition. Yeah, trading requires a bit of intuition for sure. For sure. But that's just, yeah, screen time like you said. It's like using a fib. It's like using indicators is like riding a bike with training wheels for the first time. And you take the training wheels off, then you're just pure price action. You can do whatever you want. You can stand the bike, you could like, you know, do flips on it. But then like at first you got kind of have like I think that's why a lot of new traders like indicators, because it helps them like find these zones when they don't know what they're looking for yet. And then after a while you're like, oh shit, that relates to that. Oh, that relates to that. That's Fibonacci is just this. This is structure, right? This is that. Like this pattern means this. And then you just kind of realize that it's kind of the same stuff, like the same supply and demand stuff. Damn, Reggie. What time did you stay up until? At least 3 a.m. You went to bed 5 hours ago. What'd you make, Eddie? Drawing tool, this is Zoom annotations. I think it was Ichimoku though. Ichimoku was the one where once I realized like Ichimoku, because there's so much things going on in Ichimoku. There's like a cloud, there's like the EMA crossovers, and then that's kind of what made me realize that there could be multiple confluences. Because Ichimoku, although it's one indicator, it's like at least 3-4 confluences, like confirmations that you could use within that Ichimoku indicator. What do you think of quant traders who say it's pretty much impossible for retail traders to find an edge? Well, it's like that anywhere though. It's like any job or industry that you work in, the higher ups are always gonna say it's impossible for the people down below to find edge, right? So it's just a saying. If you don't believe in the saying, nothing can really stop you. You just gotta find your own edge though, right? Because then it's just noise. Three hours of sleep, GG's. Damn. I wouldn't say it's impossible though. What's up, Saddam? What's going on, man? It's your third day here. $20 for the 4-hour close there, guys. So let's see, can we make our way down towards 44.92, or are we just gonna be stuck here? Hopefully we're not stuck. Oh shit, yesterday's trade. I didn't even put that. Forgot to put it, but I got to update the record though, maybe. Oh man. Come on, chat, it's a Friday. Where everyone at? We got 252 people though. 28 likes, thank you. Thank you. Let's get to maybe we can get a 50. Everyone like stay up late, listen to Iceman or something last night. Everyone just couldn't get up. Trump announced a soybean trade agreement with China. Trump says China will buy billions of dollars in US soybeans. Soybeans. What do they do with soybeans? Soybeans. What do you make with soybeans? Like soy sauce? What's that drink called? It's like tofu water. It's called soy. What's it called? Soybean milk? I don't know. Yeah, you guys on donvo? You guys ever had that? That soybean drink? Soy milk? Soy water, soy milk. That's exactly what that is. I didn't realize that soy sauce cooking soybeans. You tried features? Forex, your brand brother. My brand and butter is gold. Not Forex, gold. XAU. Futures I would go to, but I just don't have a reason, you know? Like I can go to futures and trade it. It's the same thing as gold. So if I was in an area where I couldn't trade like the US where I couldn't trade gold, then yeah, for sure futures would be my thing. Breaking lows, Jimmy Billy. What's up, Trade Pulse? Yeah, let's see. Is this gonna be something? Could this take you down? 140 pips to re-break the lows. Is this gonna make our way down below to 44.92? It's still 500 pips, right? So anyone looking for ideas on the breakout lows or anything? Considering the decline has already been sustainable, but not fast enough. Taking a long position at 5808, 4508, then breaking 4773 before dropping back to 4501. Taking a long position of 4508. So you're looking for a 4508, then breaking 4773. And then before dropping back below this. I don't know. This is too much like in the future. I don't know. Cause like depending on how you come down here, I don't know whether you'll break through 44.92. I'm not too sure. Or if it holds, right? Like I'll only know if it creates like a range. It creates a range here. Now you have a resistance, you have a support. If you break above here, come back, pull back and hold A3, then you can come up towards here. If you break through there, then likely yes, this zone does look good. That 47.70 zone you mentioned. Top wicks for these areas will be formed that didn't happen yesterday. That's also a leg count of 1. And things will look good. And then yeah, you could, but you know, it's a little too in advance for me. You're looking for a 1 hour close? Yeah, that's in 13 minutes here. Man, I need something a little more lit than this. Oh, you were saying, my fault. You were saying, you're trying to say that's what makes structure. Yeah, I agree. That would make structure. I thought you were asking if it can do that. Yeah, if it comes like this and comes back down, that's clean. Like that's, I think the second time it comes down would definitely be a lot stronger. So if we can't catch the first wave, is ever a second wave, we can always grab that. You've been in since 45.58 to 45.22. 45.58 to 45.22. But yeah, some runners here. What's this Let's check US oil. You guys seen US oil? What's happening? Crude at 100. Any crypto traders? Anyone here trade crypto? BTC's been ranging, huh? What's up, price? You got cooked yesterday? Took a fat L? Let's see. What did you get an L in? ES futures? I've never heard of. What's ES futures? Like Espanol futures? USD. Oh yeah, right. I trade ES futures, but the futures S&P 500. Oh, S&P 500, yeah. I used to trade US 30. My first group was called US 30 only. That was like my baby pair. And then I moved on from that to GJ and gold, and then gold's been, yeah, the most consistent. Yeah, let's make the best of it. We had like pretty good week, so just gotta keep it up. Very good month so far too. Like I don't think we did that crazy in pips so far for the month, but we're only halfway into the month, right? I think pretty good so far. A little more on pace than April. I mean, I don't know if we'll catch up to March. Maybe we will. Sorry. No, I'm not on props. Just the personal. Not right now, at least. Don Julio, what's up, man? I thought ES stood for Espanol futures. I don't know. ES. What do you guys up for the week? What percentage you guys up? Check oil. I just did. Isn't this just in the range? Because I don't trade oil. Maybe this is a lot. This looks like it's in the range though. It doesn't look that volatile. Maybe I'm on the wrong one. WTI. What strategies suck? I don't think any strategies suck, because like I think you can make a strategy of anything. It's just more about like how much experience and how much like testing, and just you find your own pros and cons in every strategy. So if you can put together a strategy that works for you and it's consistent and you can be sharp around it, then that's an A+ strategy. But like any strategy, like just because someone sucks at trading head and shoulders doesn't mean you might suck at trading head and shoulders, right? They like their brain and whatever mind might not recognize it the way you do. So you can literally take the shit of the shit and make something out of it, like the shit of the shit strategy, or what people can say is shit. But I don't think any strategies suck. It's just like the person, it's the trader that makes use of it. You're being too nice? No, because I chose, okay, I didn't choose to do this on purpose, but we have a negative RR strategy, and like it requires a high win rate to trade. That wasn't on purpose or intentional, but that's kind of how like that's just what I found throughout time. Like naturally, I just realized that this is kind of where goal was taking, or like trading was taking me, right? And that could change too. We could become positive RR, I'm pretty sure, in a couple of years, but it's a negative RR. Everyone says it sucks, or everybody says it's not profitable, it's not doable. So, all right, that's why I don't believe any strategy sucks. It's just the trader. Like, what could you do? Like, what could you do, right? Just because someone masters trading FEGs and order blocks doesn't mean you may so as well, right? You may look at FEG and order blocks and be like, isn't that just like some type of resistance? Isn't that just some type of liquidity zone? Like maybe you might have a special candle you look for, a special pattern, and every time that special pattern forms, this other person sees an FEG, but you see a special cat. Like it's all perspectives, but it's all like the same information, just with different terms and uses. It's all the same though. Monitor? I need 27. My playbook? Thank you, man. Yeah, a lot. That was 2 years in the making. Like 2 years in the making. So yeah, you guys better enjoy it. It's a playbook. I'm gonna make a video out of it because I know it's more confusing than the first one, because this is a lot more terms that you may not be used to, but now this is 2 years to get this chart, or actually 8 years of like trading, right, to get from the first one to here, but 2 years to put together. Because the idea started on stream. I think I have a screenshot of the first person who recommended like a flow chart, right? This is a flow chart or a tree chart, right? So then I'm like, yeah, we could make a strategy out of that, like a playbook, because I've noticed that you have like certain type of days, right? It all started when we started calling the days algo days. Remember algo days? Algo days, that's what drive days are. And then the non-algo days are range liquidity days, right? There could be days where there's more fakeouts that occur. That could be liquidity day. And then when you don't move, it's more of a range day. And then based on those days, it gives you certain opportunities. Right, this will give you that. This will give you these. This will give you this. And then just all comes down to this. So if you guys don't have the playbook, go get it. admeast.com, playbook V2. V2. 9 hour closure, or 9 a.m. closure in a minute. All right. Previous weekly leg candle right now. Oh yeah, that's the bottom of the range too. That wick fill 44.92, so that's like 400 pips away from that area. 400.
Guess who forgot to reincarnate on time?
Here goes. Re-breaking the lows. 45, 43. $400 pips away. That's a pretty nice 4-hour closure. On the 4, it closed bearish. I think people call this an engulfing candle. But 4-hour close bearish, right? Within the ranges, so holding this zone. Still no like crazy pullbacks. It may not need one to come down towards here, because then this whole move down could be liquidity go up, right? So you may not actually need one. But yeah, 4-hour close indicates you have a wick fill, which is not too far away from where we are. 100 pips away, and then if you break that low, it is going to be like 330 pips away from retesting the lows. You could get some minor rejection zones here at 45.15. No bottom wick there too. Matches of that. Some support here, some support here. These three kind of rejections, right? Got some minor zones here. So yeah, could be 4515, which from here is still 240 pips. So could we get in anywhere? Is there going to be enough volume when you re-break the lows? All right, you can see this move has been pretty slow, like since 3 a.m. Pretty slow move. Like look at all the choppiness on the way down. Move out was actually pretty hard. It was a lot better, I think, or a little better. But yeah, these moves come down and very slow. So this is decent. This is like an actual consistent move right here for the 8 a.m. opening. So if that could continue driving, that's like a pop, then that should break that cycle of like doing this, and then start to bring in more volume. And then maybe if you break below the lows, you can start looking for ideas. I think below here still be like 150 pips. So if you could just rip down, pull back, you'll have something looking like this, right? That'll break the lows. So the first drive I probably won't be part of. I'll let it drive. If it's a fake out, it'll pop down, pop back up. Let's say it pops down, breaks the lows, pulls back. That's a lower high. All that happens is this. And then as you re-break the lows right there, we'll take it. So then the candle might end up looking something like this, and then that can be continuation. So we could get sells if that were to occur. I think we took sells here before too. You know what position we took here? We took this position on March 20th. The 30-hour trade. Now it's like these areas again. What W advice you got for me after this week didn't go as planned? Usually I'll step back for a bit, but I'm determined to learn from my mistake. Is your week blue? Or is like the whole week red now because of yesterday? Well, you also maybe because you know we can all have a plan to be to have a winning week, but we don't always have a winning week, right? So that part of the plan might be too much like pressure alone, like saying that you need to have a green week, because like a plan, even if you take a loss, it can still be part of your plan because you followed your plan. You didn't like change up anything. You didn't like take impulsive positions. You didn't take anything that you shouldn't have taken. So if you just show up and took everything as planned, waited for things as planned, and it printed, and you took it, and it happened to be a loss, that's okay. You still followed the plan though, right? Because that's a winning plan that you're following from past winning weeks, past winning trades. And then over time, that plan does change, right? It will improve. With the losses you take, you journal them out, you realize, oh, this trade didn't make sense because of this, or write down like what could have been the case for it. And over time, you'll have better answers as you keep journaling your losses and wins. And then just like that, boom. All right, but long term, your plan is gonna play out. It's just like continue taking the trades that you've been taking. So you'll be alright. You'll be alright, man. It's a long weekend too, or if you're from Canada, and you have the whole weekend off to just chill out. You can barely keep your eyes open. Man, gold's not helping you too, bro. This thing is pretty slow. Viewer streams like wick entries. I think we all like wick entries. Sometimes the wick entry becomes drawdown though, but yeah, we like them when they're instant in and out. How do you do the anti-fly you done? Oh, glad you asked. Well, what you want to do is you want to right click your screen, go to properties, go to colors, go to grid, change the grid color to something that's not the same color as your background. Mine is light green, background is black. So then this green arrow shows, and then with that green arrow, you can kind of just move it from right to left to wherever you want. I move it here, and then you want to right click on this, and then you can move around freely. Oh, also right click properties again, go to common, go to scale fix, click on scale fix, make sure that's set to on, chart shift. This you can do whatever you want, but this is what I have it on. Click OK, and boom, now you can move wherever you want. If you're stuck like this, go in the weekly, zoom out, or yeah, zoom out, go back on the 1 hour, and then look, now you can move it. Or you can watch that video. That's the same video. Last night during Asian, we had that 1 hour candle that looked exactly like the, or what was it? Yeah, the leg candle somewhere. Oh, right here, this doji one. Same one that we had during the trade. No problem, man. 294 people here. Chat, did we hit 125k subs yet? I think we did, or we're close. Oh, we are 12 away. 12 away. What's up, Benzo? No, I didn't, bro. I didn't. I only played the first song. But yeah, I woke up hearing that it was 3 albums, so I want to listen to it. But man, that's a long listening party. Red Steady. Cookie says 2.5 hours, so Barzo, why you say that? Good morning is the previous 4-hour lay. I think that's doji. Oh wait, wrong one. Yeah, that one I don't know. To me it looks like a regular bearish engulfing, just top wick and a bottom wick. You can treat it like one though. You can always treat it like one, but looking at this at first glance, I just think it's just a regular bearish. How long you be doing these streams? Monday to Friday, every day. I don't know. Last time could be forever. I like doing it. It was a little more rough when I first came back for sure, but I think we found our groove in our community. So yeah, taking it slow and just seeing where it goes. But so far it's been good. Just came off of Diva SO1, so it's been good. I don't know. You guys like it? You guys like the streams, or you guys, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know. I think it's pretty good. And I've been getting up earlier for them too. No trap feet. Was there a future feet? Yeah, there was a future feet. Who else? So many albums to click through. Like, there's a lot of features. Future Mod Santana, 21 Savage. 21 Stunna Sandy, Popcan, Iconic Savvy, Central C, Sexy Red, Party Next Door, Low Shimmy. A lot of people. Good morning, Daniel Holder. Yeah, we gotta come back and do better than the first time. So it's only been a month. It's gonna take some time for sure, but I never lost hope in that. Small symbols on the candles. Oh, these are just my trades. Let me just... That's trade history. You can turn them off. I'm chilling, waiting to listen to Iceman. Cookie, what's your favorite song so far? Okay, here. I think the most pips we caught in a trade was like 1,000. 1,000 pips. I think my biggest trade was 800 pips. Was it 800? Oh, let me see. Or 400? 30 lots. I think it was 400 bips before. Feeling bored, gonna put in a buy and try and make 60. Why? Oh, man, that boredom gonna become a stressful situation if you keep thinking like that. but I hope it plays out. Hope it runs up. Yeah, support zone, so yeah, it could be. What's your normal DD? Normal DD, it depends. You could check out this spreadsheet. It shows all my DD on my drawdown. Right here, max drawdown pips. So if you go over there, it's gonna show my drawdown for every trade. So sometimes it could be higher. Yeah, favorite song, Cookie. Bees on the table. Shabang. Shit. I'm gonna find out. I only heard the first song. The first song sounds hard. The first one, Iceman, Make Them Cry. Going crazy. How much percent profit was your best year? Last year we did 220%. I think that might have been our best year. Yeah, 220 last year. That was the best year. So we'll see what we end off at this year. But we started the year off with a loss in January. So we're at 12 this year. Round to Atlanta is hard too. Man, gold doesn't look too promising today. Shit does not look too promising. What minutes for NYC? What's the plan, boss? Volume is next step probably here, so I don't know. Just waiting for that whenever that comes in. Maybe in 10 minutes here. NYC open could bring in some volume and give us some pushes. But yeah, so far it's been a pretty slow start to the NY session. Maybe a pullback first. Wick entries are doable, right? 4607. That is one of the ideas we had earlier. If we come straight up towards that zone, it's a little far, but if it does, and then I think wick entry buys too if it were to come down and break below 4492. And I haven't found the area yet, but if you break through, first breakout could be a fake out, so then you're expecting a lower high to continue down, so then wick entry buys could be doable too. Or there are also available ideas for continuations to retest 4492, which is the lows from May, beginning of May. So lots of things. Discord, how about this? We'll drop it on Monday. better be active though. Chat, the Discord better be active. Penta, what is that? Did you just replace me with the bear brick? Spooky ass music. Kendrick Lamar. Crypto alt season incoming. Crypto alt season incoming. How do you know? Is that like usually round times of the year? Honestly, it's been way overdue. They've been messing around too much with this Clarity Act and with all the worst going on. Yeah, I don't trade crypto, but like I don't know the cycles of when it will move. I know like when Bitcoin freezes though, it freezes for a very long time, and then when it moves, it just actively moves, and it doesn't really like end until you like finally decide to get an entry for a buy, and then that's when it pulls back. Rate cuts? Oh, so next one's in June. That's like next month, beginning of next month. I'm in a short on BTC from 81, TP at 5.5. 5.5. I think I marked up some down there. Oh wow, we're at the top of the range. Good. This is the first breakout of the range, so it could be a fake out if you get like if you don't get a closure back to the range and you hold 80,000 there. But if this is the first breakout, if you get a closure, then that's like your fake out all the way down towards, what'd you say, 5.5? Yeah, 5.6, 5.5 right there. That's on the spot. That is right there. 30-minute time frame price movement on March 6th, 2020. Things similar now. Yeah, I think I said it was similar earlier. It looks similar in terms of where it was. 30-minute time frame though. Now you must have scrolled back a lot. What was it? March 6th? Man, my monitor's not long enough for that. I can't tell on a 30-minute time frame if it's like the same thing. My monitor's not. It's only 27 inches here. What's up, Jordy? But I think in the higher time frame looks similar. It feels like it's going up, not to the buy zone anymore. Yeah, I mean, shit, I hope it goes up. That person said they were bored earlier and took a buy, so I don't mind if we go up. Could be a pullback too. If it's able to break above the previous minor lower high here and here, could be a wick entry sells at 607. That could be a thing. It's like 500 pips though. So that kind of trophy looks lit. Two minutes here. 2 minutes. I don't know if it's the music or what. I'm feeling a little like sleepy today. Does anyone feel it? Music turned off. I gotta play something, but if we're on Twitch, if only we're on Twitch right now, it would have came clutch. The music would have came clutch. Someone who makes beats, hit me up. One minute, or give me 2 minutes, chat. NYSE open here. Let's see what NYSE open does here. It looks like you made some decent, some okay resistance, minor resistance, and then followed by some lower highs too, right? Especially this one. So let's see how strong this could break the low. If it does, how strong it could be, because you want it to be much stronger than the like, this is a cycle, right? Like this is a cycle that it's been in. So within the cycle, you can see how slow the moves are. So when you break the lows, you want to see something more, like much stronger than any of these moves down, right? You see how there's a little bit of stoppages on the way down here. So if you come down here, you want to see if it can just kind of rip through, right? And that'll be your indication of volume. And then below there, you can start looking for ideas, because at least now you know there's volume. But until then, it's like watching paint dry. You don't know how long this is gonna last. Yeah. Sometimes markets are just being the markets. How's everyone's week though? Chat, what percentages what are you guys up for the week? Give me a leg candle hockey stick. Oh, got some volume here. A leg candle hockey stick. 40 plus. So only one person had a profitable week. Damn, chat. Come on. This book's getting filled here. $58 pips coming down. My bad. Y'all just want to hear the words. I'm getting into a position here. $2.8 L's. Only 59,000 trails online. $5.59. W 5.59 for the week. It's pretty good. Facts, Benzo. This could easily reach 4500 today. 4500. Yeah, easily. It's like right there. Just maybe the next 2 minutes. I bought at 4588. 0.46. What do you say? You bought at 4588. Well, like as a you took a wick entry at 88. I think it was a little too, I mean, clearly it's a little too early, but I think it was early not because of the move down now, but because of we didn't have much information at 88 to confirm whether we're gonna reject or continue, right? Because overall we're still like bearish here. So I think maybe that could have been an issue. Like this could easily still be some type of lower high to just continue down, right? That's a possibility. So maybe you can see the higher time frame regarding if it will come up there. I think it could. Like there are resistance zones here, but then these moves up would just be a top wick, right? For it to come down, and that's something I don't know if will happen yet. Otherwise, that's my wick entry sell zone, right? 45.86. If it comes up there, I'm looking for sells there. But yeah, regarding this move here, this is a pretty strong push, right? Pretty nice push on gold here. So first break up below this range here. We can start looking for ideas, chat, below 45.27 coming down here. You have some minor zones right here, so that's next. This is a nice breakout. So if you could break this low right here at 45.25, pull back into 33, re-break the lows within one motion, we can take a continuation sell. Because this should be a continuation all the way through until we can attempt a crazy TP down here, but there's obviously zones in the way down you gotta be aware of, right? So something like this could be something like this, right? I want to see a pullback, which you kind of have here. Stops and lots. Let's see. Stops and lots. What are stops gonna be if we get sells here? Then we can use 1400, 46.69 up here. Yeah, nice top wick there. Let's see, can this re-break the lows and give you another pullback? Second re-break probably. So you want to see it break the lows, right? Did that just break? No. You want to see it break the lows and then small pullback on the second time, and then you take your market X, and then BE zones are going to be like likely 21. Maybe before that, to be honest. BE could be like 23. Trail stops could be below. And then we can attempt more. All these other zones here are just going to be trail stops on the way down, okay? How's yesterday's trade? It was good. It played out. We didn't get the runner. If we held to today, it would have been crazy, but I don't think that was part of the plan. But I think we did 0.90 something percent, 0.91% on yesterday's trade. All right, chat, this is re-breaking a low. So stops are 1400 pips. I think we could use a 0.07. All right, you re-broke the lows there. Oh, no, you didn't re-break the lows yet. Hold on. You want to see that break? Let it break, right? Because then this can just be a fake out still if you don't get the lower high. So if it comes up, it can be a lower high, right? Or a higher low to come up back into the range. So that's why I want to wait for a price to break through to confirm the volume, and then these pullbacks here to confirm whether you're gonna flip up after breaking outside the range for the first time, or you'll continue here. Looks like you might continue. Re-break the lows, okay. Pullback, okay. The re-break of this low now, we'll get in, okay. All right, chat. Gone sells right there. TP will attempt. What did I say down here? We'll attempt. No, what was it? TP is a little more than that, I think. This is what we'll attempt. We'll attempt something down here for TP, but BE is gonna be. What are we in profit here? So what I have, this is 30. Yeah, say if you come back down to re-break the lows, we'll go BE, and then trail stops are gonna be 21. Okay, so BE is gonna be here again when you re-break the low. You have a lot of room here, so I didn't go BE just yet, but 22.67 is BE, and then 21.82 is gonna be trail stops. All right. I think we peaked there at 36. And then TP is all the way down here. And then we can get a runners, right? So 22, 21, 18, 14, those are all runner areas. You can get a rip through here. Likely to fill this wick again too. I don't know if it's a leg candle, but it looks like a bearish, just a regular bearish with the bottom wick. I think it was the first breakout, so you can still create some structure before coming up. Yeah, no leg candle on trainer view. Clean though. All the way down towards even this zone right here. We'll mark that up too. Pretty important area. 4509.70. We should be able to get a runner here. If it drives, it should be a pretty heavy drive. Like yesterday, I didn't think we'll get a runner. Today, I think more chances to be a runner because of where we're sitting on price. So let's get ready to BE and trail stops and all of that. 5 might be a leg candle. That's what could be a leg candle in 2 minutes here. Yeah, 0.07 lots for me. Yeah, 0.07, 45, 26, 1400 pip stops. So it's a little smaller than yesterday. Yesterday was 0.10. That was our first 0.10 in a while. Today is a little less just because of stops are a bit bigger today. Hit TP. Have a good weekend. Peace out, man. Have a good weekend. Let's hopefully I can get hit a TP too. But we can get one too. That'd be sweet. Finish off the week here. It just needs to break this 45-25 zone. Some minor supports forming right now on the minute, so we can shift below there. Should be a strong continuation. And the re-break this low likely will give you another pop too, right? So if you re-break that low, get ready to just to move stops to BE and trail stops quick. You could get a quick 70 pips all the way down towards 18. So let's get ready to trail, okay? I think the first trail will be like around here. So 30 pips in profit locked if you re-break. All right, so that's break even. If you re-break this low, we'll move stops to in profit. Or if you tap 2182, we'll move stops to in profit. All right, that's trail stops, trail stops, trail stops. Aggressive now, aggressive because this is just gonna run through or hover here. All right, cool, out. So that was pretty good. That was 43 pips. W day chat. 45 pips, 3-minute trade. Shabang. Shaboom. Shabang. 45 pips. And you gotta run it after. If you have runners, you can attempt more. You can attempt 4509. You can attempt 4492. But that was the trade. And still early, so we can get another one too if we get continuations, right? Because this trade was only to come down towards the bottom of the range. You still have the remaining range, right? So 44.92, and then you still got the breakout below if there's a breakout. Like there's volume though coming in. So yeah, you have runners, good shit, man. I just trailed. We hit the trail stops by just a bit. But what percent did we get today? 3150. That's like, well, at least 1%, no? 3150. $31.50 is, wow, we took a lot of trades this week. Chat, we did 1.21%. Holy, this week we did 4.37%. That's our best week since coming back to stream. We took 3 trades on Monday, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades this week. That's a lot. So a lot more than we usually would. But like I said, May, like April, that like if you can sit through April, May should be a much easier process. Like much easier to trade with the volume. So I didn't get much in April, right? But when May came, things just started to move a lot better and give us more ideas. The spreads take me up. Yeah, it happens though. Like that's retail trading, right? That's the stuff that I actually can't control. But all good though, right? What did it drop for peak? Peak was 140. Next zone was down here, so if it came down towards here, we would have trail stops again. So if we continue trailing, maybe we could have got 110 on that. You made your 60. Okay, you made your 60 and you got the sell for 400. Let's go, bro. Good shit. What percentage you guys get there? If you guys are enjoying the stream, hit the like button, sub to the channel, man. We're about to hit 125k subs. I appreciate you guys for being here with us. For those that stuck around, always. Shout out to you guys. How many subs we at right now? We are 9 subs away. Chat, 9 subs away from 125k. Maybe we'll get it before this stream ends. $2.68, great trade, done for a day. W, man. Yeah, W day. This is the some days it's like breakout, some days we can get a wick entry. Like if this pulls back now, we can also take a wick entry sell, right? Because if this is liquidity to go down, you get a pullback. I'm thinking maybe, let's see, since it came, I said 45.86 earlier, but since it came down lower, maybe it could be a 45.75 instead. Still 450 away. But hey, I'm gonna journal and then we're gonna come back and see what else there is. Okay, still early. NYC just opened up. Now I want to play Drake right now, but can't do that. Gotta stay disciplined. No copyright. If you want no delay, dvso1 is a place to go. No delay, and you get the signal sent right to your mobile or your desktop. And you also get the live stream with no delay. If you want dvso 2, then you get the education and the live streams. Or there's a package in there too that has both. Gold sells. I cannot wait until this weekend because I need to rest up my throat. What was that? Like a breakout? I put like a 4-hour candle range fill. Bombed the range, right? That's what that was. So just breakout in smaller time frame. Current higher low on the 1 hour full. We did 45 on the dot, 45 pips. That is 1.21%. Cool. Let's go to here. New York gold. It was most of my bias today bearish, right? I think bearish. So bearish bias, normal. It was a sell. We took a current higher low, so just a breakout on the 1 current higher low. 4 hour time for stops, 1 hour time from TP, or maybe. Yeah, 1 hour time from TP makes sense. That's large part resistance, break even, yes, on the minute. We used the 1 hour. We used the 4. That's about it. Expected a range fill on the 4. Or maybe it was a 4 hour trade, not a 1 hour trade. I'll put 4 hour trade. Put 4 hour trade here too. And then over here, fill in this stuff. It was a win. 0.07. I wonder if I could have gone as 0.8, maybe a 0.8. 1400 pips. You think that's a 0.8? 1.36 cookie. Good shit, man. You caught 127 pips, Biza. Fuck. Yeah, the runners. 31.50 pips. What'd I do again? 45. And then drawdown. There was a bit of drawdown there, right? So drawdown wasn't bad as yesterday. It was only 45 pips. That's not bad. That's light. That's like 4 pips pullback. And then max profits we got was, before it hit BE, was I think around 65. I think 65. Yeah, 65 around there. And trail stop loss hit on the minute. Trail stop loss 45 pips. Cool. So not runners, but you know, decent enough. I'll take the 45. And we're at 223 for the month. Chat, we're halfway into the month. Maybe we will beat, maybe we'll beat May or March or February. February at 663. I don't know about that. We're halfway into, we're on pace for like maybe 450, 430. So it could be better in April. And then for the month, we are up percentage wise. What do we got for the month? For May, we're up 6%. So on pace for like 7. Or what am I saying? On pace for like 12. All right, 10, 12, that's usually our average. All right, chat. So yeah, that's my journal. We'll keep that up, or we'll mark that up. Let me just change the record and put the trades taken. That is gold sells plus there's some drawdown music though, man. 45. Wait, percentage wise, 1.21%. 45 pips. 45 pips. And the record becomes 553. 553. Cool. This is the first stream. Thanks for the knowledge and the trade. No worries. I got you. I try, man. $4 layer when I think about it. Sorry, yeah, 4 layer is getting filled too. That was also another thing. Yep, right here. This one, it hasn't been filled yet. It only tapped the body area, but then again, you tapped the body area once, twice already. So, I mean, yeah, we can get a wick entry sell, chat, another one, but it's gonna have to pull back. I think, what do we have again? We have 74, so it's a little further up. But if that were to happen, I don't see why not. For wick entry sells, all right. Let me just delete all these zones here on the way down, because these were just BE zones. Right, I don't think they had any meaning. Or maybe they did. You have something down here. We're gonna leave this. No, we can delete that. If it rebreaks low, it's gonna drive anyways, right? It's a leg candle. I think we can leave maybe this resistance here. There is something here at 5.2, so we'll see. Or 4.2, so let's see if that reacts. There's no top wick as well. Maybe move it up a little bit to match with that. But there could be some struggle coming up right here. I don't think I'm taking a wick entry sell though, but there is something coming up right here. Let's keep it going though. Chat, if you guys enjoyed the stream, man, hit the like button. Early trade today. Oil 400 could be very violent. Yeah, if it is a pullback, we'll look for wick entry sells. But if it doesn't, and it just makes a lower high, right? Because any of these zones could just be lower highs. You can just literally come down, shift up, back down, anywhere, still fall in the trend. But if you flip on the one, it gets pretty crazy. If you flip here, it gets pretty crazy. Five. The one was still 5-5. Where's 5-5? Oh, this one. Oh yeah, that I didn't see this one actually. This is also a lecandle. Did you even get a body reaction off of it? I don't think so, right? Oh, maybe you did right there in the drawdown, and then you came back down right away. Oh, we got a rejection. 4-2. Near. Very close though. So that is a minor zone. So I don't think that's too significant anymore. If you re-break that, you're gonna drive up. So maybe we can delete that now. Next zone is gonna be right here at 45.62. What's up, Richie? You guys in trade right now? No, we are. Don, you like the chill trades that are sweaty? Like yesterday wasn't even sweaty. Yesterday was annoying. Straight up just annoyance. It was so slow. I like I like the easy ones, of course. I want the easy ones. But we can't always get the easy ones. It doesn't always connect like that. But the less stressful, the better, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I didn't realize that was a leg candle, Visa. How do you mark these zones? I just find minor zones of like reactions from the past. So I have a 45.62 zone as a minor rejection next. If you come up towards there could be a reaction there. All right, just because of this, going across. So you got some reaction zones there. I'm assuming that's once the 1 hour flips bullish, so we'll flip, drive up, maybe a leg kind of, I lied, you only got a minute left. If the next one opens up for a top wick, right? Let's say it opens up, pushes up, that'll be a tap into that zone and maybe a reaction there. But yeah, there's no guarantee of like reactions or anything at these zones. It's just like looking at price to the left, right? Where is it going to struggle at? Like how we just found the zone at 41. Sometimes there could also be a no top wick zone that we could use too. So in this case, there's no top wick here. When there's no top wick, usually price will come up to create a wick. So then I mixed that with the minor resistance and it gave me around here as a reaction zone. All right. So now that we reacted off of it, the zone doesn't become that strong no more, because if it reacted, which means that I made a higher low. If it comes back up, it's going to break. So if it breaks, it's going to continue towards the next resistance, 45.55. But look left, we marked out 6.2. So you can start to anticipate 6.2. So it's a little above this area, right? So stuff like that is kind of what I use. But it's just support and resistance, really. Nothing too crazy. And then, yeah, 22. Like my major zones are usually here. So 44.92. Like I usually have 2 major zones just to mark up like the ranges we're kind of chilling in. So it helps me identify like what type of structure, ranges and stuff that we have, you know? Like in this case, we're just ripping down from Asian. So we're still in the back of my mind thinking maybe it could be a lower high that could be printed today during NY, which means that this move will pull back, right? And if that happens, you're just aware of kind of what's happening. But yeah, that's basically it. It's just support and resistance. You said minor zone or Drake zone. Fuck. Throat. Damn, we got pip and dippers from 380 to 300. Damn. Chat, we're 7 subs away. 7 subs away. This is the best I can find. Gold break 4,500 today. Okay. Let's get it then. Let's get it, let's go. Let's get it, let's go. Alright, I don't know if I can do this, man. This is too much. Oh shit. Did this thing copy and paste? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Well, we had 90 likes, chat. 10 more likes to 100. How come traders don't trade on Fridays? Like, there's always a much lower audience on Fridays. Or traders in general. Like, there's only like 40,000 traders online right now. On Forex Factory. Like, it's Friday, like, literally no, like, that by definition somewhere out there, probably no trade day, right? It's like, don't trade Fridays. You're gonna fuck up your week. Well, then you can fuck, if you can fuck up your week on a Friday, and you don't want to trade Fridays, your new Friday is Thursday now. So you still gotta deal with that. Can't fuck up your Thursday now. Not trying to get back any of my profits, but you won't. You won't get back any of your profits. Because you survived Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Which are just other days in general too. It's just another day. Right? Each day is its own day. Or just, you like the break, the longer weekend. Fridays have its days though, for sure. Like, there are some Fridays where I feel like it's a real Friday in the markets where it's just slow. Some are just pretty algorithm. Like, if today ends up, let's say today could be a Friday, if it comes back up to like 48 and then just sits in the range, because then you can't just got, like, if it comes up and it comes back down and it comes up and then it doesn't drive on this push or on this, then yeah, that's a Friday right there. That's just your range. That's what I'll call like a Friday. But this Friday has like 500 pips, so this Friday is a lot. You need a close? Yeah, I mean, if you scalp, for sure. If you swing trade on Friday, you're looking to hold, GG's. Yeah, that's something it's not fun to do. You're not going to trade Saturday and Sunday? Yeah, you got just, I think the streams are free, so you can tune in for on the live streams here, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. East. You can also learn on YouTube. You also go on 8ameast.com, check out the playbook. It doesn't even feel like we caught a trade today, man. That was just I felt like it's just like a went by so quick. Crypto. No, I used to look forward to the crypto markets after 5 p.m. on a Friday. But after losing all my weekly profits on the weekends, I decided that I'm no longer trading crypto on the weekends. This is not fun, especially when I first started trading crypto on the weekends. I was working, right? So I was just on my phone during my shifts. For real. Well deserved though. Does crypto have the same rules? I think when it comes to price action, yeah, but I don't have much experience. But when I'm looking at it at first glance, it looks somewhat similar. Like it's just candles. I think what you might have to get used to is that the ranges are longer and the pushes are longer too on crypto. Because when it drives, it drives. When it ranges, it ranges. Again, it could be ranges for years too. Like I think gold or Bitcoin might be in that range for a whole year, from 80 to 50. So that shit could be slow. But then you can also get in early when it's slow. Right before like people start talking about it again, when it's at all-time highs or when it's pumping. I think it's less about the day of the week and more about the structure behind a Friday. All accounts close Friday at night. Weekly, daily accounts are, yeah, they finish off for the week, especially out in the month too. Yep. I agree. $10 mil. We're going for 100 mil. We're going for 100 mil. One way or another. Infinity. Possible sell stop on the break of the 1 hour low. The current one? Yeah, after a top wick won't look too bad. It's a pretty decent 1 hour closure. It's like the same one you had on the 4 hour time frame. Same like top wick, nice bottom wick. I think people call it engulfing, right? So same thing here. You can have the same thing, top wick and bottom wick, and you can get a drive. Oops, to fill. I think the 4 also got a little top wick too. It was like 110. And this 1 hour candle is so far 67 or 69. And the wick fill is like 1200. All right, we got to hear it one time.
Yeah. Ice. Yeah. I'm an only child, no one could have made another. I have to father my mother and treat my son's grandfather like my older brother. The skies are gray in Toronto, they not a golden color.
They're not a golden color.
Yes, cause it took the whole career sure that my parents, they look at me.
Took a whole career for me to be discovered.
Looking back at them, and these days I see an older couple. I see my only uncle looking like this shit that I ain't owning up to. And if he said the way he really felt, I probably see his side because I'm old enough to. I'm looking at all my niggas, they say, bro, we love you. But all my words, really the shit that they be going up to. Feel like 40 won't even listen to my words when he knows I'm in a load of trouble. I'm in the cut just loading rebuttals. And I got a bunch of hits on my hands, see the swollen knuckles. I try to tell him it's working out for me now. He say then show your muscles. Prove to me that you're still as strong when it's only us two. They know you thorough with bread, but there's some shit you gotta put me up to. Basically he's saying I got growing up to do. I gotta dig deep. I really hate those two words, they never bring peace. I'm at the Bulgaria and Turkey with my bitch, and we ain't come here for no big teeth. Nah, I came here to turn a new leaf and maybe finally get some sleep. But all I can think about is the mountain to climb and the conversation surrounding my music like did Twin Peaks. What died back in 2024 was a big piece. So it's like the shit is me, but it isn't me. Y'all keep on asking me what it did to me. That's what it did to me. When I dig deep, they say,
What's up, Levi?
tell us how it felt to meet the Grim Reaper.
What's up, Connor?
This album better have some big features.
Chat's lit right now, for sure.
Burst your bubble, but I'm all alone for my mental. And I've been trying to end so many people, I almost forgot the intro. Been so sure of my words that I haven't used a pencil. Been so paranoid that nothing in this world seems coincidental. Yeah. Our brother sold his chain the other day and said that someone snatched it. I'm still processing that shit, it got me so distracted.
Damn.
So desperate and our life is going fantastic. He don't have the heart to come and tell us he pawned it for cash. Even
He pawned an OVO chain.
moving backwards. To me, he sold the only thing that has ever mattered. I can never forgive such a nefarious.
That's like pawning a DVS chain.
My own traumas, I've barely adapted. This new toxic shit I'm dropping is gonna spin till I'm radioactive. Yeah. I really make the roughest days in life look very relaxing. I don't do psychedelics because I'm too scared of unpacking. Sometimes I only see myself in my therapist's glasses, but I'm not taking it serious because she's very attractive. I know it's a heavy ass decision to bury the hatchet. It'll take more than 6 pallbearers to carry that casket. I put the man in manipulation when I pay your rent, and that is an obligation to our attachment. Then I sprinkle in a little Mercedes in fashion. If that's not enough for you, well baby, go back then. You fucking do that, the spot that I got for you, Jesus. You gave him reason to speak on my name, that's some weak shit. They texting proof to my phone and my heart is in pieces. You keeping your options open for real, that's some me shit. Sis, you gotta be kidding, like nephews and nieces. I keep on rescuing leeches, I can't believe it, I really can't believe it. I can't believe it. Too many wide transfers, bound to have a good girl's morals tangled. The rent-free penthouse and the Van Cleef floral bangles. And plenty more examples that had you going.
Van Cleef floor bangles. Floor bangles. More than painful.
I think I also put the man in manifestation. Either I'm too numb to the shit or the city is changing. I bump into people and they act like we literally strangers. Random intrusive thought, but what happened to Taz's angels? So many people that's not around from that generation. Niggas wanna talk about a battle, I'm battling patience. Nigga, I battle frustration. I'm about to turn 40, dog, I'm battling agent. I'm battling the fact that the album ain't even dropping already. They asses complaining. Fuck it, I battle the
15 closure.
I'll battle the majors, I'll battle the stations till my ass is back in rotation. Shout out to the real fans that knew what I
Damn, the whole UMG. He's battling the whole UMG. The entire industry.
I had a replacement. How many times are you about to ask if I had a vacation? How many artists I've had to witness do bad imitations? Niggas want me all bent out of shape, rattled and shaking. My dad got cancer right now. We battling stages. Trust me when I say there's plenty things that I'd rather be facing. For real. And this time ask me to dig deeper, I'll gladly explain it. Yeah. Ice.
Ice. Damn. That was crazy. That's the only song I heard so far though. You still play Apex? Yeah, I tried to play a couple weeks ago, but yeah, it's like whenever I play ranked, it just feels like I'm just like queuing to like respawn, you know? So I haven't been locked in. Can you tell me how many trades per videos live, sir? Depends. Some days we get 1, some days we get 2, some days we get 3, some days we get 4. It really just depends on what market throws at us. Don't know. Could be more, could be less. I think we averaged 3 a week, so this week we had a lot though. This week we got 6 total for the week. Well, why didn't you take buys from the bottom? I didn't have any ideas there. I had entries for sells, right? We had that. I didn't have any wick entries. I think because we haven't filled the range yet, so I don't want to take buys until like the ranges get filled. So if we fill like 92, 89, if you do something like this today, came down towards here or something, yeah, I'll take a wick entry, because then you're expecting a lower high, right? So that lower high could be your sell, because then if you were to correct, you'll get like structure to go up, so you get reaction. Or if you continue down, then you just continue down with the trend, and then you're in sells anyways for the wick entries. But here I'm still afraid that I can fill, because this is a range all the way down to 92, right? So that hasn't filled yet, which is key for later, like for Monday even, if it comes up. But I think we do have wick entry sell ideas though. If it comes up, I think 7-2, what I have, 6-2? No, 6-2 was the next monitor zone. So yeah, you could get a reaction at 6-2, but I have a 7-4. If it comes straight up without pullback, 7-4 could be wick entry sells that we can take, expecting price to create some higher lows and some structure within that range. So yeah, it's pretty active right now actually. Some good movement here. Yeah, wick entry sells. Cookie? True. What about taking wick entry sells around 79? Pushes very quickly. 7-9. Yeah, I think in that zone between 74 and 86 could be something. I'm just looking at this, right? So yeah, it could even be higher if we start to create some structure, because I don't know how it's gonna get up there. I don't know if it is gonna get up there towards 74, but if it comes up there, you want to see like how it comes up, like if there's structure coming up, or if it's just one consistent move up, because then that's your tell if it's gonna create a higher low to continue up, or if it's gonna create a higher low to start coming back to retest the bottom of the range. So that's also a key, right? If you get like pullbacks up, it's gonna be a little tougher. So then you want to move that wick entry sell zone higher. So right now we do have a 74, but based on the structure, if it creates, then we might have what do you call it? 86. But hold on, it's actually pushing here. So if we get a wick entry sell, what can we take for stops? That's the lecandle fill highs. I think we can try this 1500, so lots can be 0.06. If we get wick entry sells at 74, let's see though. This is a resistance, a minor resistance, right? So it could reject here, but if it decides to blast straight up towards 74.67, we'll take the wick entry sells right there. So yeah, stops are around 1400, or what did I say? Stops are around 1500, 1560. So then my lots are going to drop a little bit for this one. It's going to be a 0.06 lot instead of a 0.07 lot. The 0.07 was with 1100 pip stop. So this one's a little more. You took buys on the break of the 15, close with 30. Around that top wick, around 4950. Oh, you got the buys. Buys on the 15 highs. Oh, nice. Right here. Till 5.9. That's good. It's a clean range. Minute was making a nice structure too. Any prediction? Market open high or low? I don't know what that mean. Like the market's daily high and low? I would never know. I don't know. That's too much. This could be it though. Like I'll know by 5, right? If this is a low by 5, I'll know. But this can still come back down for all I know. We'll have a higher probability of knowing if you continue to make your way up, right? No pullbacks yet, so you gotta survive the pullback and then stay up. That's the only way we'll know. You know? Oh, I just took in chat. We're at 2,500. We hit 2,500 in this account. We hit 2,500. Let me peek that. Peak was 2,553. So we're close. About 50 bucks away. So let's see what we can do here. 6-2. Anyone get a 6-2 wick entry sell instead? Minor zone. Let's see how far it's pulled back. If this pulls back towards like 45.52, I'm gonna move it up towards 86 next instead of 7.3. Or a bit slow on the way up. Last time I took a swing, I think it was years ago. It's been a while. Swing has been a minute. True. And before we started moving 1K pips over like a couple months, but yeah, the conditions have changed, right? So not as much anymore. It could be the new normal. Could be. It's been like a whole year almost. Your cookie talking about body dysmorphia. Hey, Forex, 2 hours. Yesterday's trade, we ended up getting a little below 1%. We got 0.9% yesterday. Wow, we took the same percentages, chat, on Wednesday. 1.21, and then today we got 1.21 again. Almost the same on Monday as Thursday. Wait, did we take a buy there? No, we didn't take a buy there. Still no buys. Holy, look at the sells. The last buy was April 29. Still no buys for us. Even the next idea we have here is a wick entry sell, but I think we're gonna move it, chat. Look at this pullback, right? Came down towards 5.2 or near it, so no more 7.3. Because this is the account that I want to show. I want to show this account. I want to see who still watches, even though we have a smaller balance, but the trades are going through. And to show that balance doesn't really affect your trading, right? Same percentages all across. Yeah, that trade yesterday was not fun, man. That trade was not fun. What's going on in chat? I don't know, man. My God, where's Richie at? Richie, you here, bro? That's Richie's bestie. Show your linked account, Donnie. Make my day. Here we go. If this doesn't make your day, then I can't really make your day. If a 1K account going from 1K to 2.5 is not enough to motivate you, then that's not much. I can't do more than that. I can't motivate you with what I do. You gotta motivate yourself. I can only show you what I do. Aside from the balance, right? 1 year. You kidnap Richie. Come on, that doesn't even cover your fuel bill for a week. Yeah, but it's my trading. This is what I want to show. This is what I'm gonna show. And I'm not trying to motivate anybody. And you gotta motivate yourself. Yeah, find out within yourself. Sells now? You got wick entry sells here? Oh, you broke 5.2. Or you're about to break 6.3. Let's see. If it breaks 6.3, can it come up towards 7.3? 7.3. Fair, 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 fair. There you go. Hello, V Deron, what's up? Did I get out? I bought at 45.88. Remember? I don't remember, but I can check her messages. You said that today, 45.88. Oh, your sell? Yeah, if it breaks 7.3, it should be good. From here to here, I don't know because you are in a little better favor now though because this is a pullback and that's holding so far. So if you get another push and then we'll probably one more pullback. After that, the next pullback, it should be okay if it breaks the highs again. So a couple more steps, but yeah. Like I have a wick entry sell at 86. So if it comes up towards that zone, that's where I'm looking to take. Unless there's structure, then I move it up towards 46.07. By then, by 07, you'll be good. If you break this high here, this shows clean traffic. So there is a possibility. And what do you have? 88? That's like right here. It could be around there for a reaction, yeah. It might be annoying though, because you might come up towards like 86 or something and reject instead, and then create some higher lows. So that might be an annoying part, because you're like so close to 88, but it's like hovering there. But once that's done, you should be good. Kind of like I drawed on yesterday, you know? It was like close, but it didn't break. Too far for me to take sells. Damn, really? What if it retraces 1 minute candle all the way up? 64. It would be crazy though. If the daily flips stay chat, that would be pretty crazy. That's the weekly candle bottom wick then. And the monthly wick fill. Who knows? Could be a crazy Friday. It's only 10:30. We probably got 20 minutes left. Wait, Levi, so do you still trade? Like, you never took a break? ADM. So I go live at 8. I try to be on time. Recently. ADM on a dot. Are you long go now? No. I am just waiting. So a lot of this is gonna be waiting to see how we come up, how it looks going up. That's gonna be pretty important. Waiting for volume and waiting to see what this does, because I won't know what it's going to do until I know what it's like right now. Like I need this move to print in order to tell what it's going to do next. But with where we are, I don't know, because from here it can still come down right easily to retest the lows. From here it can pop up. There's too many situations there. So if you come straight up though towards 86, that is my wick entry sell. If it pops up without creating structure, I will look for a wick entry sell there. And if there is structure, then we'll move it up towards the next zone. But that's kind of what I got next, just because there's zones to the left here. So you can expect some type of reactions to the left here, since this is the first move up since the move down. And this is going to be one of the steepest since this entire move down. This might be the steepest pullback, especially if it comes up towards 86. Right? If it comes up towards 86, looking left here, of all these moves down, this one was going to be from here to here up is around 560. And all these other pullbacks here were only like 200. This one here was 150. This one here was 300, right? So this is going to be the biggest pullback, which could be the liquidity, because I wouldn't consider these moves right here to be liquidity, right? They're very small in top wicks. There are lower highs, but it's not the most obvious liquidity. Like I think this will be a lot more obvious, because this is actually going to look different, right? It's going to be a lot larger of a pullback. So if you get a straight push up towards 83, I'm considering that to be a top wick still, and then wick entry sells, right? There's also a zone there too. And then if you want like breakouts and you don't want to take that wick entry, then you probably want to wait to see if it rejects even. And then let's say it rejects, starts coming back into the ranges, you can start looking for ideas below 45.22 for a continuation of sells, because all that happened here on this 4-hour candle or 1-hour candle is you came down, created lower highs, came down, lower highs, came down, lower highs. If you come down again, it's gonna look like this, and that right there is gonna be structure, and that'll take you down. So like right now we don't know, right? We don't know what's gonna go on here until it actually pulls back and fills the ranges and stuff. So maybe I'm gonna get some water. Give me like 1 minute. You trading today? Yeah, I'm trading. We're just waiting here though. We took a trade earlier. We took one at 9:40, so it's been like almost an hour, and they're just waiting for the next opportunity. Chat, what do you guys rate today? 1 out of 10. What do you guys rate today? Today's price action. Thanks for 107 likes, chat. W. Stanley, no, this is no Stanley. This is a Yeti. We don't do Stanley. Yeti. One out of 10? Hey, I can't, bro. You want me to lose my channel? Who said that to Wicked the other day? Wicked's like, man, these intros don't hit without rap music. I think it was Carl. So y'all be waiting. I thought y'all look for trades constantly. We do look for trades constantly, but that doesn't mean a trade comes constantly. We look for trades constantly, but we know when to hunt and when not to hunt. Or we have times to hunt, when not to hunt, based off of where price is. Right? If we're waiting for a move, like, doesn't mean like we're looking to grab the next move. Like, we're not looking to grab the buys up if it comes up. We're looking to grab more of a wick entry sell if it comes up. Right? So that move up will take us to our move. But not every move that happens is going to be our move. Right? Like today, I didn't get my sells until the very bottom. I had to wait for this to kind of play out in order to give me this. Otherwise, if I truly know, I would have taken a sell and went back to bed, woke up at a price point in profit. But that's something I'm not there. I don't think, yeah, I'm not, that's alien. 4586 is for daily wick sell. 4586 is daily wick sell. Yeah, it's around 83 in that area. I'm using the 4, but yeah, it could be daily zones too. How much train with? This is a 1K account we've been running with. What up, Mac? Are you still here? I think. Six out of 10 day. Yeah. I think around there too. I'll give it 5.5. If you get a wick entry sell, I'll give it 6. Let's see. It rejected off of whatever this is. We can maybe remove this zone too. Just keep it clean like that. Top of the range is there. Anything we can use here on the 5. Let's see. It could be a higher than 81 too, right? It could be a 607 if you create structure up. So we'll see how much this drives down for a bottom wick if it does. Can I take an entry now? Is it a bad idea? If that's a question, then it might be a bad idea because you might not have enough information yet, right? Because like if you have information, you just know. Like if you have the information, enough information to confirm a trade idea, then that's gonna be a good idea, right? But if you're just questioning if it's good or bad, there might not be enough information format for you to take it to make an idea off of. So it's not always like hunting time, right? Sometimes it may look volatile and it may drive, but sometimes we're just sitting there. Sometimes we are just sitting there. TikTok traders love this 30-minute candle. What, this bullish one? What does it mean? What does that mean in TikTok terms? Engulfing. Oh, that's engulfing? I thought the engulfing was this on the one. I thought this was this one right here, this bearish one. I thought that was engulfing. What's engulfing supposed to mean? You have a 4-hour leg candle maybe. If you close in 3 hours, I doubt it though. This looks pretty fresh. Don, I noticed you keep moving the vertical lines all the time. Corner price action. I get why you are moving the top one as the price pushes up, but why do we have the bottom one as well when we already established where we would want price to break through again? To take sales all the way down. It was 415, 412 first, now it's 45.22. Did I move it from 12? I don't remember. Did I have a 12? Maybe I had a 12. I don't know. I don't know, but I know right now. Could this one make sense? Looking at price, I still think if you come down, you're gonna break it. So 44492. We could remove this one too. I just didn't think about it too much yet. Cause I just saw it as like an area you rejected off of after. Like I think I moved it after you rejected. So now I just have a range from here to here. But if you break this, it's likely to fill. I think there's a wick fill there. On the 1, the 4 candle flips bearish, re-breaks the lows. But I think this level could be useful still, especially if you get a closure below. So yeah, maybe if it's still useful. If it's still useful, I'll leave it usually. So like this, if you get a closure below and then you get like a bullish closure holding the range and then a re-break of that low, that's boom right there. Continuation. Straight down towards 44.92. So yeah, I'll use it for that and maybe you can move it as well. But right now, that's it. Just off the, you can probably put it on the 4-hour time frame right here. Going across. But it could be seen as a minor zone now. Engulfing is like an onion? I don't know. I don't know what engulfing is. I think so though. I think when you get engulfing, they expect a reversal or something. No clue. Yeah, wait, vertical? You said vertical, but I assume you just meant like support zones at 22. Yeah. Oh, I think because 15 I have it here. Oh, it's different from TradingView, huh? That's why. Because on the 4 hour on TradingView, it's like it shows that's here, but then on TradingView it shows that's 45.15, but then on NT5 it shows that's 22. But I think it's similar zone. Similar, maybe a little lower, but right there. The candle to the left basically eats up the candle to its left. It came reverse, so what if it's a fake out though, back into the range, because that's the body area. So that's what they would use it for. So this is not engulfing then. This might be engulfing on the 1. Interesting. I've always heard the term since forever, but I just never knew what it really meant. A lot of people on Twitter saying using FEG. Yeah. FEG, order block, engulfing, sunrise, sunset. You hear those words all the time. What else do you hear? Like probably a lot more. Gravestone doji. Head and shoulders. What else? Yeah, a lot. All right, we got 10 minutes left, guys. Let's see. Been trading 8 years. 8 years. We're going into my 8th year. 7 years, I'll say. Hey bro, wish you were gonna get this to 1 mil again. I think we will. I think it's just a matter of time. But I'm positive we will. Could be in 4 years, 5. Who knows? Could be in a year. Who knows what happens? Always side hustles. You want to have side hustles, right? Because the trading is only 2 hours of your time, so the rest of your day, what are you gonna fill it up with? You know what I mean? It's a nice top wick here though. Starting to come back down and retest the lows here. Let's see. So it didn't go to 70. Came up to at most was 62. And you got another higher low. So yeah, we can't use a 70 no more for sure. I think these are still doable, but it could be moved up a little bit. We'll see. I'm gonna leave it down here for now. We'll see how it comes up, if it comes up. When you started an account with $1,000 1 year ago, is this account is the same one with $3,500? I don't know about 3,500, but we started from 1,000, and then we made 2,500, or we made 2,200 on it, and it bounced at 2.5. Five minutes here. I really thought we'll get a second trade today. Chad, you guys think we'll get a second trade? 7 minutes? You think the volume's gonna be here for 11? 7 minutes until 11. So we will see. Assetto Corsa? Which one? Do you think it's a long time for this amount, or you think it's the right way that someone should hold their account? Like you asked me if I think it was long to get here. I don't think so. I think it's the average. I think even with the 100K account, we were getting like 10 to 15% a month on average, and then some months are higher, some months are lower. So I think those same going here too. I don't know about the right way. I think the right way is whichever way you prefer. Like if you want to flip a smaller balance, you can. Like you could try that. You could do it, right? I know people who do it. But that wasn't my approach with this account. So for some, it might seem slower. For some, they might be like, yo, 1K account, just fucking full margin it, right? So that you can get to a bigger balance so you can start trading. But we'll get there regardless, like, you know? So I don't know if there's a right way. Like there's never a right way to be profitable. The only way to be, there's no right, wrong way to make money. If you make money, you make money. If you're consistent, you're consistent. So it just depends on your approach. Like, how do you want to approach it? Like, what suits you, right? Do you want to flip it? Right? You want to feel more euphoria? You want to feel more dopamine? Like, you know, like how does it work for you? Or like, is your dopamine the long-term game? No. Everyone got their own challenges and goals, right? Why matters what the balance is? Look at the percentage. Just imagine 20K yeah, but if you can get a 1K to 100 or to 10K, you can get a 20K to 200K. Like you can also get a trade copier and trade that way too. But you can't grow the balance if you're not focusing on the trades, regardless of where you want to get to. If you're not consistent on the charts as sharp, or as like being sharp every day, showing up and waiting for your trades to execute, then you're not gonna go nowhere regardless. It doesn't matter what you're trying to have as a goal. All right, if you can't be consistent, then that's step one. Don, take my advice. Don't trade today. Leave it to Monday. Shit, bro. We already got a trade though. This is the account. 1K account. This is the 1K account. This is what we've been running with. Elvis? I think Elvis is good. He's just chilling. Two minutes. Chat, 2 minutes for a closure. And then it might be a day for us, man. So if we finish off the week right here, that is going to be this week for you guys, 4.37%. So now since we came back on YouTube, we are now sitting at 17.71%. And that's for free. So within a month and 2 months almost. 2 months almost. A month and 3 weeks. So that's about right? Like 10% on average. If you finish off the rest of the month, let's say 20%. I'll be around 10% a month. You said GG's. Let's see. If there's no, like, I think I'll give it like a 1 hour opening and then we'll wait for like highs and lows to form. And then once that's set, we'll go off of that. S&P gives you approx 10% a year, so yes, that's good. Yes, isn't it like 1 or 2% a year? Like that's like goals, you know, like to get to that point where you're making like, because 1 or 2%, you know, that's like shit, whatever it is in your hedge. So that is the goal, to only like make like 1 or 2% a year and not have to like get 10, 20, right, in order to make like a living. So that's like the goal long term. For sure. At that, I can't imagine at that point you're taking like 1 trade a week probably. All right, 1 hour opening here, guys. Top wick was, or bottom wick first here. So is this going to be a bottom wick to flip, or are we just going to continue down here towards 45.23? You have a leg count on the 15. Let's see, what is this? 49 pips. Yeah, it could be a fake out, especially if you fill a leg candle. If you fill a leg candle, you'll make your way down towards the wick fill like this. And then just like that, you're already back into this range. If you start breaking back into that range, then continuations down could be a thing, right? I think the only thing you might want to be careful of is the pullback for the top wick, because you wouldn't really know if this is a high or low. This is a low, right? This is a higher high. This could be a higher low to take you right back up. That's also a possibility. So whenever I'll have possibilities, I'll try to eliminate those possibilities by waiting for confirmations. So if you get a closure back into the range below 45.50, and then you get some type of top wick formed in these areas, as you get those top wicks formed, you close back below into the range, and that's your continuation down towards the range fill. All right, because then this is like a time when it's supposed to go up because you rejected, but let's say for some odd reason, like, so you account for the idea that it's going to drive up, but for some reason it doesn't drive up, that's your move, right? Back below the ranges, and then that could be your sell replay or whatever to retest the lows. But you won't know that until it comes down and it rejects, right? And then that's something you could start to like anticipate and wait for. You can also just flip bullish and drive up, right? That's also another thing. That's your higher low. It can also just like clear the entire range out within one push, and it might not give you an opportunity. But then if it does that, you have ideas below here you can take, right? Which is just continuation of sells below there to continue down towards 44.92. So lots of ideas here, but clearly in this area is something you really want to wait to see done first. Like, you want to see where it goes, you want to see how it goes, and then once that's set, you'll be good for more positions. You said leg candle on the, yeah, on the 15 leg candle. But yeah, after that, you'll be good. And this is also some nice lower highs on the 1 hour too. So it's still falling into that same constant cycle, right? Like that same repeated pattern. So if that were to break, then something else is going to likely form. You can probably guess it right. A correction or a correction of the range, right? If you come down, come back up, you break this high for the first time, it could be a correction, but you still want to wait for a higher low to confirm that won't be a fake out. And then as you break back above, you're good. That's clean traffic. So it could be buys too, but this is a really important thing to wait for. But I think that's it. I think I'm going to call it a day right there. We'll call it a week, call it a Friday, half the month, and almost the end of May, chat. But yeah, if you're still trading, man, best of luck. It's a Friday, so remember that. You want to finish off the week strong, but there also could be some more volume too to finish off the week. But that's probably it. All right, chat. So 4.37% week for the month. We are doing right now 6.07%. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday, right? I think there's a bank holiday in Canada, but we'll be here. I don't think there's a US one. And next week is a pretty chill week. No news, no major news, just maybe FOMC meeting minutes at 2 p.m. And that's about it. All right. DVSO1, admeast.com. DVSO2, go to admeast.com. Go get your free playbooks. If you want to, you can also go to course and then go on your journals right here. Stream journal, TBJ journal if you want these journals. And yeah, playbook 1, playbook V2, and everything else that you need will be on the site. More updates to come. Have a good one, everybody. See you guys on Monday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe. Peace.
Yeah. Ice. Yeah. I'm an only child, no one could have made another. I have to father my mother and treat my son's grandfather like my older brother. The skies are gray in Toronto, they not a golden color. I'm feeling like BTS, cause it took the whole career for me to be so discovered. I know for sure that my parents, they look at me and see an overcomer. I'm looking back at them and these days I see an older couple. I see my only uncle looking like this shit that I ain't owning up to. And if he said the way he really felt, I'd probably see his side because I'm old enough to. I'm looking at all my niggas, they say, bro, we love you. But all my words really the shit that they be going up to. Feel like 40 won't even listen to my words when he knows I'm in a load of trouble. I'm in the cut just loading rebuttals. And I got a bunch of hits on my hands, see the swollen knuckles. I try to tell him it's working out for me now. He say then show your muscles. Prove to me that you're still as strong when it's only us two. They know you thorough with bread, but there's some shit you gotta pony up to. Basically he's saying I got growing up to do. I gotta dig deep. I really hate those two words, they never bring peace. I'm at the Bulgaria and Turkey with my bitch, and we ain't come here for no big teeth. Nah, I came here to turn a new leaf and maybe finally get some sleep. But all I can think about is the mountain to climb and the conversation surrounding my music like did Twin Peaks. What died back in 2024 was a big piece. So it's like the shit is me, but it isn't me. Y'all keep on asking me what it did to me. That's what it did to me. When I dig deep, they say dig deeper. Tell us how it felt to meet the Grim Reaper. This album better have some big features. Well, sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm all alone for my mental. And I've been trying to end so many people, I almost forgot the intro. Been so sure of my words that I haven't used a pencil. Been so paranoid that nothing in this world seems coincidental. Yeah. Our brother sold his chain the other day and said that someone snatched it. I'm still processing that shit, it got me so distracted. I think he's so desperate and our life is going fantastic. He don't have the heart to come and tell us he pawned it for cash. Even his baby mama been saying he been moving backwards. To me, he sold the only thing that has ever mattered. I can never forgive such a nefarious action. I'm still healing my own traumas, I've barely adapted. This new toxic shit I'm dropping is gonna spin till I'm radioactive. Yeah. I really make the roughest days in life look very relaxing. I don't do psychedelics because I'm too scared of unpacking. Sometimes I only see myself in my therapist's glasses, but I'm not taking it serious cause she's very attractive. I know it's a heavy ass decision to bury the hatchet. It'll take more than 6 pallbearers to carry that casket. I put the man in manipulation when I pay your rent, and now there's an obligation to our attachment. Then I sprinkle in a little Mercedes in fashion. If that's not enough for you, well baby, go back then. You fucking dude at the spot that I got for you, Jesus. You gave him reason to speak on my name, that's some weak shit. They texting proof to my phone and my heart is in pieces. You keeping your options open for real, that's some me shit. Sis, you gotta be kidding, like nephews and nieces. I keep on rescuing leeches, I can't believe it, I really can't believe it. I can't believe it. Too many wide transfers, bound to have a good girl's morals tangled. The rent-free penthouse and the Van Cleef floral bangles, and plenty more examples that had you going Dora the Explorer outside while I turned a blind eye cause it's more than painful. Yeah. I think I also put the man in manifestation. Either I'm too numb to the shit or the city is changing. I bump into people and they act like we literally strangers. Random intrusive thought, but what happened to Taz's angels? So many people that's not around from that generation. Niggas wanna talk about a battle, I'm battling patience. Nigga, I battle frustration. I'm about to turn 40, dog, I'm battling aging. I'm battling the fact that the album ain't even dropping. Already they asses complaining. Fuck it, I'll battle the label. Fuck it, I'll battle the majors. I'll battle the stations till my ass is back in rotation. Shout out to the real fans that knew what I had in the basement. Shout out to the fake fans, I thought we had an arrangement. How many times have you tried to tell me I had a replacement? How many times are you about to ask if I had a vacation? Rotation. Shout out to the real fans that knew what I had in the basement. Shout out to the fake fans, I thought we had an arrangement. How many times have you tried to tell me I had a replacement? How many times are you about to ask if I had a vacation? How many artists I've had to witness do bad imitations? Niggas want me all bent out of shape, rattled and shaking. My dad got cancer right now, we battling stages. Trust me when I say there's plenty things that I'd rather be facing. For real. And this time ask me to dig deeper, I'll gladly explain it. Yeah. Ice.